Here we are back at the camp, December 16th, I believe, Sunday. We're getting ready to leave. I'm going to guess it's 1 o'clock. Starting to snow very lightly. You can actually see it coming up on the hills, surrounding hillside. You can see how cloudy it is, or like there's a haze up there. It's actually snow coming. So we thought we'd get an early jump before the roads got too bad. Which they may not get bad at all, but we're not taking a chance. If you look up here to the mountains, the Vermont mountains, that's actually towards Rupert, and they ended up with 16 inches of snow a couple of weeks ago. Though with the warm temperatures we had, it's gone now. So we just spent another weekend here, and we've got some work done. We actually had the contractor here who's going to come the last weekend of December and do the taping of the sheetrock. We will be here the Friday through New Year's Day, and he's going to take care of it then. So here we are inside, nice and warm. When we get here, sometimes it's 25, 24, 20 degrees in here. And I got to tell you, it takes quite a bit of heat to heat all of the objects in here up so that it's comfortable. Feet get pretty cold. So what we did this weekend was we put the pine board up in the back peak. That board was taken from the old siding that we moved off the back of the building and the sides of the building, and it was what we could see down below, a novelty pine, which was a scallop type pine here. And when you turn it around, it's a shiplap. And what we realized once we started removing it, that it was in great shape, and we put it up, and it looks pretty good. That little piece on the top, that's just an indication of what we're going to do. We're going to trim it out just all the way along the top where it meets the ceiling. We just trim it out with a 4-inch piece, and it'll represent what it looks like down here. The only issue that I have is this pine has a red hue to it. I don't know if it's because of the age, and here's a new piece of pine that came from a Home Depot. So I think I may bring up my table saw and rip down. We have other pieces of the upper pine, and some of them are, all of them were 16 feet at one time. So I can rip some pieces down that that'll be the same material, same colors as what's up there. And it'll stain easier. It'll be easier to match. So what I did also too was, you can see the gaps. Let me back up. You can see the gaps here already. There weren't any gaps as I put them up, but just as and the pine has been in here acclimating. But again, the heat's on, the heat's off. So it's been in here for a month, but yet. Once it was up, the wood stove was on, it dried out, and they started separating already. I did my best to keep them tight down below here, trying to cut the different angles, even if it was a 1 degree, ½ degree, to get it to fit tight here. Some of them I did great, some of them are just has a slight opening. But also what I did too, I back cut the bottom here on an angle up this way, so that only the very point would touch. That way there I thought I'd get a tighter joint. And also too, my father said that the sign of a great carpenter is that all of his nails are in a line and set the same distances apart. And not that I'm a great carpenter, nor will I ever become a great carpenter. But these are just some of the things I've learned. So as I put the nails in, I put my square up, and one in 1 inch and one in 4 inches, put a mark, and then drove the nail in, and then followed it all the way across. So last weekend we finished, let me back up here, we finished sheetrocking what is the outside walls of the bathroom. We put this wall up here, this half wall, because the stove is going to go right in this area here, and I didn't want the back opened up. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put about an 8-inch board on the top here, maybe just an inch overhang on this side, and wrap it around to here and run it the whole length And it'll just be a little shelf going across here all the way to the corner for, I don't know, salt shakers, spices, what have you, soaps for that, because the kitchen sink's going to be right in this area also. So we got a lot done, but it's been a slow process with the cold and the snow on the ground. It's hard to get out of here. We can get in, but it's very difficult to get out. I don't know what else we've done here. Curtains. I've cleaned up the mess inside because it's going to have to be completely stripped when the sheet rockers come. And next video will be taped. I may have them paint if they're sprayers. If they spray, probably a couple of $100, they can put a coat of primer on everything, and it would save us some time of priming everything. So with that, time to call it a day. And you can see the snow. It's starting to come down. And it looks like some sleet and freezing rain too. So, yeah, can you hear it? Yeah, it's coming. Adios till next time.